Ever wondered how these medieval pictures were made? So in this video I'm going to show you how I created this, only in Blender and step by step. So first I started by drawing my idea. The reason why I draw before every project is because I want to arrange my ideas and get a catch of my thoughts. I knew I wanted a rocky scene with a medieval environment. I didn't exactly know what to do, so I grabbed my iPad and my pencil and left the rest for creativity. Now that I have my reference, I'm ready to hop into Blender and start working on the project. First I started by adding a landscape I got from the Blender add-on called Another Noise Tool. I scaled it to the size that I liked and then dropped in some materials from the Blender Kit add-on. I used the grass system to scatter the low poly grass models I got from the same add-on. And then I selected the area that was visible in my camera using the weight paint tool, just to optimize my scene and to not render grass outside the view. I dropped in an HDRI just to spice up the scene a little bit and make it look a bit more realistic. I mean, you can see what kind of difference it made. I copied the landscape that I was working on, scaled it up and dropped it in the background, and here I got some depth, plus I got the base where my castle is going to be. I got these rocks as Megascans from the Quixel platform, which is one of the biggest Megascans libraries. You should try it out sometime, they give free assets. And this is not sponsored. I wish it was. Some rocks were just off color and didn't match the scene, so I used a color ramp and a noise texture node to match the colors a bit, and then I grabbed the dirt stains that were on the original texture and mixed both of them using a mix node, and then I copied that rock all around my scene for more details. I wasn't satisfied with my grass, so I completely changed the plan and got some more models from Quixel, which they helped me a little bit, but they weren't as optimized as the ones I used before. A special thanks to my guy Hamid for sharing his amazing castle model that saved me some time. You can find the link to his profile in the description. I separated the walls from the original model and started modeling my castle to match the idea that was in my mind. This is gonna take forever and it's boring to watch since it's not a tutorial. I'll just skip to the important points, and since you got here, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you like my content. Now that the castle is complete and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. In return, I wasn't happy with the HDRI since it was a bit bold and it still lacks something, but I'll leave that for later because right now I'm going to fix the grass that's under the castle, and I'm thinking about making a passageway that goes all the way to the doors of the castle. We'll see how that turns out. I used a vertex paint tool to paint the dirt on the passageway where wagons and horses go. It was a bit tricky, but it worked out. now it is time for the big boy, principled volume or fog, which is the key to realism. It adds depth and some sort of blurriness to the render, which is for me one of the easiest and most useful nodes in Blender. After I added more rocks to the scene, I dropped a wood plank and a cartwheel from Blender Kit for the sake of details. And after adding depth of field to the camera, it suddenly became much better. This rock on the side was to frame the picture and narrow the view, which instantly gave a cinematic feel to the scene. Finally, it's time for the characters. I use Mixamo because their characters come pre-rigged, which makes it easier, and they got free animations and poses too. You can find the links to the characters down in the description. I chose an archer and a knight and gave them some kind of attraction to each other to give the scene a story. And then I removed the knight's helmet and made him hold it because it looked better. And then I moved her hand towards his arm to give them some kind of connection. I finally changed the HDRI into something warm, which will change later in the compositing, but I'm happy with that. I added some area lights everywhere to get the lighting I wanted, and that's all. And finally, it's time for compositing. I jumped into Photoshop and opened my render along with the diffuse direct pass. I'm not gonna explain this because there are a lot of videos on YouTube about this, so I'll just show you what difference it made. I made the scene pop up a little bit more, especially the castle behind, because it contains information about shadows and stuff like that. I set the blending mode into overlay and the opacity to 20%, which sounded perfect for me. I found these birds in Google as PNGs and then added a layer as a clipping mask, painted over it to change the bird's color to make them match the scene, and modified the saturation and hue. And now color grading the scene. I added a hue and saturation modifier, set the reds to 25% and the hue to 0%. And finally, the color balance. I did that to make the scene a bit more cold and make it less warm because it was too warm, like it looked like a desert or something. And basically, I think that's it. So here I can say, if you enjoyed my video, please press the like button and subscribe if you want more, and goodbye.